Let's stop lying. People didn't call you cold because you changed. They said it when they lost control over you. You didn't become cruel. You didn't become heartless. You just stopped reacting the way they expected, and that's when the labels started. They pulled back. They acted offended. They said things like, "You're different now. You don't care anymore. You've changed." But notice something. They never said what you did wrong, only how you stopped behaving. Here's the uncomfortable truth. When you stop being emotionally predictable, people get nervous, because predictable people are controllable people, and you're not predictable anymore. That scares people who benefited from the old version of you. Let's simplify this. Some people don't miss you. They miss access. Access to your time, your explanations, your emotional availability, your willingness to bend. When that access disappears, they don't self-reflect, they accuse. Ask yourself this honestly. Did they say you were cold, or did they say it after you stopped chasing approval? Those moments aren't random. Your growth didn't hurt them. Your independence did. Here's why your growth creates problems. Because emotional growth removes leverage. You don't over-explain. You don't panic at silence. You don't collapse when someone pulls away. That forces others to face something they hate. They can't control the dynamic anymore. So they test you. They provoke you. They guilt you. They say you've changed. They're checking something. They're checking if the old version of you is still accessible. When it's not, they call you cold. Let's be clear. Cold people don't question themselves. Cold people don't feel confused about this. If this video feels uncomfortable, that's not numbness. That's awareness colliding with social pressure. Here's the reframe most people miss. What they call your coldness is actually the absence of compliance. You stopped managing emotions that weren't yours. You stopped carrying conversations alone. You stopped fixing what you didn't break. That's not emotional shutdown. That's emotional regulation. You didn't become less caring. You became less controllable. And to people who relied on your emotional availability, that feels like loss. Not because you hurt them, but because you stopped carrying their weight. If this hits close, you're in a specific phase. You're no longer the version people could lean on endlessly, but you're not yet surrounded by people who respect boundaries without resistance. That phase is quiet, lonely, and deeply misunderstood. Here's the quiet truth. Your growth creates friction because it exposes dependency. Not everyone is ready to relate to you without guilt, without leverage, without control. And that's not your failure. You're not cold. You're just no longer available for manipulation disguised as connection. And that's why everything feels different now.